Okay, so here's what I've decided to do. Hello, Anya. I've decided to wait until I make 10% and then post one really long video of me showing, hello, the steps in between all of those things. You'll notice that the put has been changed. You'll notice that I have since purchased a call because SPLG has become liquid enough to support longer dated calls where the theta burns at less than $1 a day. This is something that will help boost exposure, and at the same time, it is burping relatively safe because as the stock price moves down, this call does not lose as much thanks to extrinsic value. I am going to sell puts and work this call down the chain, and as new calls come out, I will be working it out. So out and down very slowly. Where am I going to get the money for this if I've decided not to put in any money while the portfolio is above 3%? Obviously, it all links together. It all comes back. It's going to be coming from selling puts, and it'll be nice and wonderful, and everyone will rejoice in the amazing American ideal of my soup is boiling. The amazing American ideal of growing GDP at all costs. If this gets assigned, I will flip to selling calls. It has been some time, and the astute among you may even see where the put or where the call was purchased. It was purchased right in this area, and then the portfolio has been more volatile since. The starting days of the portfolio are very funny now at this point, where it's a flat line. It really doesn't do anything. It doesn't project much anymore. The Anya, the she's talking to me because I'm talking. The idea of selling, pushing, rolling all this, I'm going to keep around $1,000 liquid. The portfolio currently has around 102 delta, maybe 3 delta exposure to SPLG. And I'm using a delta term because it's not raw shares, so it will be something else. But through the time that I've been doing all this, I have been watching the portfolio, yes, but there has been just an unbelievable amount of sitting on my hands. And upon 10%, I'm sure that I'll release a megasode to show how things have progressed. Okay, so I haven't made a video in a while. I don't even know if I can remember how to edit these things, but I'm going to throw one up because I'm uploading one on my phone. And I got interrupted during the last one, so I'm going to re-ramble over a bunch of stuff. And I'm going to move quickly. I'm going to cover it quickly. The $71 put is the first leg of the overall strategy that I'm calling the Trident of Time. This 71 put allows me to react to the past, what has happened before, what the market has done in reaction to prior news, and when I get a sign on this put, it will flip to a call, but it will still be the same essential idea. I will be using one leg of the strategy to react to price movements prior. The next leg will be the present, where I buy into the index if I believe that the present is best. And I'm going to hold off on purchasing into the index until hopefully I can hit a buying power of above 1,000 again, as I have used $200 to manage the positions. And I use some of that money to roll down the long call, which I'm calling the future part of the Trident of Time. Because if I believe that market expectations are poor when the future is brighter than the broader sentiment is, then I will absolutely do so. I rolled down from a 72, I believe, at one point to the 71, and the 71 is up 50%. And I think that when this call hits 610 with a crazy cat in the room, that will be a 100% return on the long call. That's well and good. It is what it is. I haven't made one of these in a while, and I am lagging the index because the portfolio delta is not consistent in any way. If I were to be able, if I were to purchase more shares or a lower delta call at the moment, then I would absolutely be matching the index. As it currently sits, the portfolio is up 11.24. Awesome. But over the last 3 months, I think I'm lagging behind in a significant way. Yeah. So it's hard to argue with the results because I was prepared to lag for a while. And as I am doing so, I'm not upset. It's little by little though. I'm losing maybe points in a day because long-term options are priced at a relative level of inefficiency. So some days I beat by a large margin, some days I'm down by a large margin. But on the month-over-month basis, it's less egregious of a difference to the delta between the index's return and my portfolio's return. That being said, with the wild and upset cat, I am still looking towards the future. I am still hoping for a wide market sell-off where I get assigned on a put that I can't possibly roll and I can begin contributing back to this portfolio, because currently, with the way that Robinhood takes into account deposits, it's not a money-weighted return, so it gives you an absolute return based on the amount of money that you initially began with, which is apparently $8,102.66. So if I put in any more money while the portfolio is above 3%, it won't help. But with the 3% match, I could positively impact the return while the market falls of the portfolio. That being said, yes, there is some added contributions compared to the last part of this video, but that's because I have a little Roth IRA that I'm chucking a little money into here and there. What do you want from me? What do you want? Right? I'm doing what I said I would do. I'm keeping it accountable, and I wanted to wait until 10%. And then, things come up. I'm a guy. I live life. I go outside, So I got to it a few days late, but it's still here. It's still coming along. I'm instead of the 10% return, you got the day that it stayed above $9,000 the whole day. It's hard to argue with that. And the making actions off screen, they're opportunistic. They're opportunistic. But I am still here and accountable for what I've been doing, which was what I said I would do when I started all of this. The delightful little cat running around. She's so sweet.